Greetings, villains, vigilantes, heroes, and heroines.
You're tuned in to Project Supervillain. We're your hosts. I'm Mark Drifter.
I'm Midnight White.
Today we're jumping back into our Review Jam series. This is the series where we review 3 random indie games made by 3 random indie devs.
And this series is brought to you by Nest. That's Nest HQTO. They are an esports company based out of Toronto. Make sure you go check them out for any and all things esports and gaming related. It is definitely the place to be. Go check them out.
So, today we come to you with 3 more games. Let's check them out.
As we move into the new decade, indie games have become more and more comparable to AAA titles. The richness and complexity of their mechanics and visuals, not to mention the amount and scope of the content they offer, has increased dramatically over the 2010s.
3 games we'll be looking at today are perfect examples that demonstrate this rise in quality. Though they lack the budget and support synonymous with AAA games, they deliver an experience of the same caliber, striving to go above and beyond expectations.
Splitgate, Arena Warfare. Splitgate Arena Warfare is a multiplayer FPS game developed and published by 1047 Games. A giant mashup of elements from several different FPS games of past generations, Splitgate creates its own fabulous fusion of established mechanics and presents them in the form of a fast-paced, frantic fight for dominance.
With a rock-solid arsenal of weapons to master, a plethora of maps to memorize, several different gameplay modes, character customization, and much more on offer, it can be easy to forget this game is free to play.
So what is Splitgate like? Well, everything glows. Seriously, where'd you guys get all this fucking neon? Not that it's a bad thing, because it looks great and it fits perfectly with the 90s cyberpunk aesthetic 1047 Games has created. It evokes memories of the corridors of the Von Braun from System Shock 2, or many of the Covenant and Forerunner environments from the earliest days of the Halo series. The combination of these elements, amalgamated with a vibrant esports color palette and design influence, make for environments and maps that are free-flowing, pleasant to behold, and extremely coordinated in both their appeal and application.
This applies to the weapons you will be discovering within the arenas, the armors and gear pieces that you can equip, as well as emblems that are used as the logo for your armor's chest piece. The cyberpunk season is definitely in, and we honestly couldn't think of a more suitable aesthetic for a game of this style. But it's not just about looks, as you'll find out the second you jump into a match.
Splitgate takes a lot of inspiration from many other high-profile titles, dating from Quake and Halo back in the late 90s and early 2000s, all the way up to more recent titles such as the COD series, and more noticeably, Portal. A fantastic synthesis resulting in a highly addictive and unique first-person experience. Just familiar enough to grasp easily, but with enough complex elements for the player to spend time mastering.
The obvious game changer in Splitgate is the addition of a portal gun mechanic. Have you played Portal? Good. You'll immediately understand the concept of using portals in-game. You can use them not only for quick escapes from hot zones, but they provide excellent opportunities for ambushes, sweaty tactical maneuvers, and generally outplaying your opponents. But be warned, enemies can use your portal as well, or opt to destroy it with EMP grenades. These EMP grenades will render any enemy portals within their radius defunct, but they won't deal any damage to enemy players. For that, you're going to need to get your hands on one of the many weapons found scattered around the maps.
All the staples of an aggressive, futuristic arsenal are present here. All players will start each round with a pistol and rifle, and from there will have to acquire different weapons during the match. Each map will use a predetermined set of weapons and spawn them at specific locations on a timer, similar to Quake. The pistol and assault rifle are effective starting weapons, but are easily outclassed by weapons acquired during the matches. The SMGs and battle rifles tend to spawn more frequently than others, and thus you'll be using them quite a bit.
The battle rifle excels at long-range pickoffs and quick one-burst headshots, which often results in an instant kill. The SMG is a monster of a weapon up close, able to easily shred through multiple opponents like a hot knife in butter. The shotgun also specializes at close-range combat, and paired with the sniper rifle to match, it's an unbeatable and classic FPS weapon combo. There's a rocket launcher as well, which is incredibly effective against large groups of enemies, but can be risky to use given the amount of splash damage it can inflict. So don't fucking kill yourself!
And we can't forget to mention the more high-tech specialty weapons. The plasma gun is a rapid-fire energy weapon which causes high damage with its projectiles, but their travel time is much slower than regular bullets. As such, you'll need to learn to lead your targets to get the most use of this gun. The railgun is a bigger and beastlier version of the sniper rifle. Though it needs to quickly charge before a shot is fired, the projectile will instantly reach its target and penetrate their armor, killing them in a single shot. This makes the railgun one of the deadliest weapons in the game when in the right hands. Finally, there's the BFB. You can figure out what that stands for. Essentially, this bat is the grab hammer from Halo. Heavy hitting and a one-shot kill at extremely close range, this is arguably the most enjoyable weapon to wield, but it can be difficult to get your hands on it. Many FPS games in the modern era have been focused on slower, more tactical combat in order to provide a semi-realistic experience to players, so it's nice to see some variety amongst the FPS scene where we have a game that focuses more on intense and frenetic combat. Games like this will always be something that I cherish, and with the recent rise in popularity of retro-styled FPS games, I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing a lot more amazing games just like Splitgate Arena Warfare.
One of the most entertaining aspects of this game is how high the skill ceiling is. On the surface, this game looks simple. However, the portals and the heightened agility of your player create plenty of options on ways you can outplay your opponents. Thief of Thieves. The last time we heard from Skybound, they were picking up the pieces of Telltale Games and the highly acclaimed Walking Dead series. That of which they did an excellent job and managed to make the release of a much anticipated finale possible. But before they were fixing everyone else's mistakes, they were also working with Finnish developer Rival Games Limited behind the scenes to help publish Thief of Thieves, based on the comic series by Skybound's own Robert Kirkman.
In Thief of Thieves, you take on the role of Celia.
You mean the gluten intolerance?
No, that's salmonella. Celia is an apprentice thief working for the legendary Redmond, and Season 1 takes us around the world as Celia works her way toward becoming a master thief. After a job goes wrong, Celia is sent to Europe by her boss, where she begins working with a small team of thieves from Italy. Though each are archetypes in their own ways, they all fit perfectly into this world of mystery and subterfuge. Inspired by the comic of the same title, Thief of Thieves draws you in with an unmistakable graphic novel presentation.
It has you feeling as if you've leapt into the very panels of the comic itself and are now entwined in the lives of each and every one of the characters within. It has a much stronger focus on its narrative elements, but it also provides us with many clever gameplay mechanics that lend themselves incredibly well to the overall theme of impeccable thievery.
Thief of Thieves manages to find a balance between story and gameplay, with Skybound's signature dialogue options and game-altering choices being front and center. Of course, the different choices and decisions you make over the course of the game will potentially affect not only the outcome of the story, but could make things more or less challenging for you. Many missions require prep work such as scouting locations, taking note of cameras and security, and eavesdropping for important information, though sometimes the team has to resort to more extreme measures such as extortion and blackmail to achieve their ends.
During the actual heist, you will find yourself sneaking around guards and other automated security features. General inconveniences like locked doors, motion detectors, or other fucking thieves. Get out of here! It's my treasure! Mine! May slow you down, but it'll be up to you to overcome these obstacles using your wits, your tools, and you'll get by with a little help from your friends. Like any good thief, Celia is equipped with a few different tools to assist her in breaking and entering, but her trusty lockpick is the one you will become most familiar with. Other tools like the space blanket, for example, are mission specific and designed to help get past certain hazards.
As mentioned above, the other characters you will be working with are all archetypes of the genre, but not a single one feels out of place or insignificant. Each of them will serve a role in the heists to come, and each of them specializes in a certain task. We've got Damiano Altamora, the charismatic Italian leader of the group, Chip, the British computer geek, Mukhan J, the muscle, and Sonia, the bitch! Just kidding, she's a safe cracker. She's damn good at it too.
Well, I don't usually like to play a whole lot of stealth games. However, now and again I find one I want to continue playing to uncover more of the story. This game does that for me.
From what we've seen so far, Thief of Thieves is a competent stealth game with a fleshed out universe, albeit a few imperfections to work out. But overall, it's an exceptional indie game that tells a fairly compelling tale of people who choose to live their lives on the fringe, existing in the shadows between our world and theirs.
Bomber Crew.
Come in, PSV! There's too many Nazis on the fucking beach! Go drop some fucking bombs on them now! You wanna do me a favor and call them a bitch for me too?
Attention, soldier! This here's Runner Duck, and they'll be your new commanding officer from here on out. And the first thing you'll be doing is piloting this big here metal sky coffin loaded with 60,000 tons of shit your pants. You're part of the bomber crew now, son!
For real though, developers Runner Duck and publishers Curve Digital have really surprised us with this one. It's quite easy for this game to become lost in the vast void of indie games saturating the market. Everyone's a game developer these days, and it's a challenge to make a good game, let alone have it stand out. While you definitely have to play Bomber Crew to see how it stands out, you'll be glad you gave it a chance.
Piloting a bomber plane in World War II, this game takes a different approach to the genre of war games and battle sims by embedding you, i.e. you and your crew, directly into said plane. On board, you will control 7 crew members,
or 9 if you're using the plane provided with the DLC,
as you embark on various bombing runs, rescue missions, and recon operations across the English Channel. Being a strategy game, understanding the roles of each of your crew members and using their best skills where it counts will be paramount to your success as you undertake many varying assignments over the course of the game.
Though hectic and definitely a game that demands your attention, Bomber Crew is one you will find yourself engaged in thoroughly from the beginning to the end of your play session, as its mechanics and gameplay loop will undoubtedly capture your attention.
What will keep you coming back to Bomber Crew is essentially a large portion of its gameplay loop being the customization and upgrading of your crew and plane. That's right, this game features in-depth customization for not only every member of your personal company, but the machine in which you will take to the skies with. You can change the way each of the characters looks, though we hope you like mustaches. Hey, it's 1940, what do you expect? Another layer of depth is added to the clothing options through stat buffs and nerfs. Each piece of clothing you equip, whether it be a helmet, gloves, pants, or a sweater, could affect some of your stats favorably, while other stats could depreciate. Be careful though, crew members can die, and if they do, you'll learn a really quick lesson about life and death in Bomber Crew. The lesson's permadeath, so don't die. Or Ned Flanders over there, you could have to take that ugly Christmas sweater with the warmth buff you gave him, he's gonna take it to the grave. You're not getting it back.
The crew is not the only thing that you can customize though. The plane itself also has a whole suite of customizations available to it. Everything from guns, armor, engines, equipment, and art. There's no shortage of options to make your warplane truly all your own. The customization is so in-depth they even offer a way for you to create your own custom logo and text and paint it across your plane. Pixel by pixel drawing can allow a skilled person to achieve impressive results with such simple tools. But these customizations aren't free. They need to be earned through playing the game and succeeding at your missions. It's important to keep in mind each crew member has different specializations and will excel at certain tasks where other crew members might not fare so well. Using them efficiently is one of the game's biggest challenges. With so much to focus on at any given time, it can be very trying indeed to get the right person on the proper job. Another important note is that each crew member also levels up and gains abilities based on their role and will make them more effective in their predetermined specialty.
The pilot should be obvious. He's the high-flying ace in which everyone has entrusted their lives to. Next up is the navigator, who is essential to finding objectives and nav markers such as enemy targets or even your own home base. Without him, you are lost. Going hand in hand with the navigator is the radio operator, who you will need to receive orders. As well, they can send out requests for recon or reinforcements. Then we have the engineers, who specialize in keeping the aircraft operational, even if that means a journey to the outside of the plane during the heat of combat. Goddamn adrenaline junkies. There are also gunners, tasked with defending the plane from enemy fighters and other aircraft. Finally, we have the bombardier. They operate the poop chute. They're the ones who will shit on your enemies quite literally.
Haha! Toilet humor! They're able to drop bombs which will decimate their targets, as well as perform recon by taking pictures of Spider-Man! I mean, enemy targets. And that's gonna cover it for the roles. Once you accept a mission, you'll depart in your aircraft, beginning on the runway. Once you're airborne, you'll be using your radio operator and navigator to plot your course and reach the destination. Odds are, you'll encounter resistance along the way. This is when you'll be thankful for your gunners. Using the targeting mode, you will highlight targets for the gunners to attack. Once they're locked in, you can leave the rest of them while you manage the other crew members. And you'll be doing this constantly as enemy fire rains down on you, tearing through your vessel, eventually crippling it and wounding your crew members.
The only way to stave off certain demise is to effectively manage hazards with the correct crew members, such as using the engineer to repair damage. As well, there is equipment you must take advantage of if you intend to get your crew home in one piece. Fire extinguishers, for example, can be used to put out blazes, while med packs can be used to revive downed crew members. However, you will only have a limited amount of time to administer the med pack before they die. Your best bet is to relieve them of their stations temporarily and allow them to rest on the med bed instead when they're close to dead.
If all is successful, you'll be returning home with a ton of XP and the skills to go with it. Each crew member will have unique skills and abilities based on their roles that will improve their future performance and add fun mechanics to the game. For example, the pilot will learn more evasive maneuvers, while a gunner would unlock the ability to focus targets and cause damage rapidly with its pinpoint accuracy. With so many facets to its gameplay, it's hard to believe this game is anything less than a big budget release. This game has some big PP energy, and I find its gameplay loop to be quite addicting. I can't help but want to keep playing to unlock more stuff and truly test my fast-paced thinking skills against all the game has to throw at me.
I've said it before, but this game demands your focus. It requires all of your mental faculties to make the right decisions at the right moments and be prepared for whatever may be hiding in the skies above. I love a game that's not afraid to test your mettle and to make you consider every action, even as danger encroaches swiftly from all sides. A truly engaging and incredible indie experience, Bomber Crew gets our seal of approval as one hell of a good time.
Well, that's it. Those are the 3 games that we've got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Go check out those 3 games over on Steam. Kind of an easy place to find them. Kind of got something for everybody here too. 3 different genres. Stealth, we've got strategy, and we've got fast-paced multiplayer. So, kind of something for everybody here.
Just looking at the size and the scope and the quality of these games in general is impressive. Like I said earlier at the start of the video, indie games are becoming more and more comparable to AAA games, and these games are really setting the standard for what that should feel like. So yes, definitely go play these games. They are fun as hell. And once again, this video is brought to you by our partners at Nest. That is Nest HQTO. They are an esports company based out of Toronto. Make sure you go and check them out if you're into anything and everything that's esports and gaming related. You're gonna have a good time.
And if you like the content you saw today, make sure you go check us out at Project Supervillain. You can find us on many different platforms. We got YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Mixer, and Twitch. All of those platforms, we actually upload memes, streams, music, and gameplay. It's a pretty cool time. If you come check us out, it's highly appreciated.
And if you do follow us, you'll definitely be able to catch some of the content that you might have missed, like our other game reviews that we have done in the past. We have quite a few of them uploaded to our YouTube channel and our Facebook. You can as well catch all of the videos that we have done for Nest on there. So if you like this style of video, make sure you go and check out the other ones we've done.
And if you have any opinions on the content that we reviewed today, make sure you leave a comment down below. It's highly appreciated. We'll actually comment back to you, whatever you say, and we'll have a conversation with you. We don't mind doing that, and we appreciate it.
That's right, guys. Let us know what you think.
So I guess that's going to be it for today's video, guys.
Alright then, so thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Project dismissed.
Peach out!
We'll be right back.